Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, and this might be the most special edition of our show that we've ever done. It instantly smells like Christmas cheer in here. I don't know if you noticed that, but can you smell it?
That's me.
Yeah, you smell
I smell like cookies.
You smell like cookies. It smells like fresh baked cookies in here, dude.
Dare I say the biggest guest we've ever had on the show?
The most famous guest we've ever had on this show. It was Daryl Hall, and we had him on. We had it, from Hall and Oates. From Hall and we couldn't get Oates, and you're not allowed to mention Oates. If you mention Oates, it's kind of like you and Krampus. If I mention, sorry, I didn't mean to say it. I didn't mean to say it.
We have Santa and Mrs. Claus on the show. How you guys doing? All right.
Merry Christmas. Way early.
Way early.
Now, they're here to promote the Orange County Regional History Center's historic holiday experience happening December 6th through December 3rd through the 18th.
Yeah, and you guys have obviously been busy because there's a lot going on with that, and this is something that's straight up the Dennis family alley because we are huge Christmas people, and anytime that we get to involve ourselves inside of an interactive Christmas kind of a deal. We're going to talk a little bit about this, but sign me up for this thing.
Well, and we'll ask Scotty about this, about the details of how to sign up and you know exactly what's involved. Yeah. So Scotty, let's talk about that. You have to get your tickets at thehistorycenter.org, correct?
Yeah, actually, if you go to thehistorycenter.org /historic holiday, it'll take you right to the page.
Okay, and let's talk about what you get in the experience, because I know there's a meet and greet with Santa
and Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, you get both. Yeah. It's not either or. I mean, you get that's what I think is truly unique. Is like, look, anybody can get their picture made with, no offense, Santa, but anybody can get their picture made with Santa. But we have a beautiful Mrs. Claus. You could get the whole package. You get the whole Christmas shebang.
They got an actual sleigh there.
No, really?
She got it for me.
It's
a Tesla.
Hey, I have a Tesla.
It's a wonderful thing.
I have a Tesla too.
You have to charge it for the whole year to get it.
And they'll drive themselves, Santa.
That's the best thing about it.
Oh yeah, he's asleep. He's eating the cookies while he's going down the road.
Doing an old tour.
Santa, don't say tour.
Yeah, be careful. We've had a lot of tours this year.
A lot of tours.
Yeah, you stay with the football one, not the other one.
Just scored me 41 points in my fantasy this week. Anyway, sorry.
I didn't know Santa was such a sports fan.
I knew Santa was a Dolphins fan.
Santa.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
You just made our listener very happy. Very, very happy, Santa.
Yeah. But a lot of New England and Bills fans and Jets fans mad.
Well, the Jets.
They can't get you.
The Jets, even Santa knows that.
They're no Jacksonville, I'll tell you that.
Rogers is older than Santa. Take that. Sorry, Scotty. Anyway,
we're very excited you're here. Sorry.
So when you get your tickets for the holiday experience, what is included?
Oh, well, you know what? I have an expert right here because Mrs. Claus really has been leading the charge in this.
I've taken a little break from the North Pole, and I've come down to help the folks at the History Center, and we have a whole room dedicated to cookies and cocoa and milk and reindeer games, decorating ornaments, caroling,
So it's
storytelling.
So you book your time, and then you go in there and you're hanging with
your hour and a half,
and I get to hang with you guys and just do Christmas
It's like
stuff.
your private party.
And we have an actual
us.
recreation of my workshop.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
This is way better than going to the mall and standing in line. You know what I mean? I'm all about booking an experience where
this is an experience.
Yeah, I have to stand next to that guy yelling at Chick-fil-A. Can I get a refill of my diet lemonade? Like, I don't want any of that.
This is not a hug and chug experience.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I'm picking up when you're laying down.
Charlie's Steakhouse from here.
That's right.
That's
right.
There's a fight at Foot Locker.
They're releasing the Jordans. So, Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus.
The chat room's melting. Everyone is, again, you don't really get many opportunities to see Santa, namely Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
I'm having like some grandma moments here. You look very much like my grandma Lucille.
And
I
again,
love her so much. I miss you, Grammy.
this is at the Orange County Regional History Center, December 3rd through the 18th. Get your tickets now, thehistorycenter.org.
And they're like 3 sessions per.
Yes.
Yeah, per night.
per
And
booking,
there's 8
yeah.
different nights to choose from, and throughout the month of December.
So pretty limited. So if you're
It's
gonna,
very limited.
Oh, yeah,
and it's open now, right?
Yes.
Like
Right.
so we can go there if you're hearing this and you want to log in. I mean, like with anything Christmas based, sooner better than later.
Yes, please.
So, Santa, Mrs. Claus, I have a couple of holiday gripes.
Oh, God, he
about
always
my
does.
goodness.
He always does.
You're bringing me down.
No, I know. I'm sorry to bring it down, Santa.
You're bringing me down.
My wife told me you're so grumpy. Even you make Santa grumpy.
The chat room's freaking out. They love spicy
Wait.
Santa Claus.
Before you do anything, I'm going to tell you a joke. My favorite Christmas
No, all right,
joke.
all right,
Okay,
all right.
this will get you in a good mood.
Okay, all right.
What do you get when you cover a Christmas wreath with $100 bills?
I don't know. What do you get, Santa?
Aretha Franklin's.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a great joke.
So this holiday gripe I have is about ornaments,
Yeah.
and you can make your own ornaments at the holiday experience.
yes.
Now,
Why would you do this gripe
Well-
after saying what you just said? Why would you say, hey, you can make homemade ornaments? Is this going to lead into where you complain about how terrible homemade ornaments are?
no, because at the History Center you're gonna get quality ornaments.
Oh, yeah, of course theirs are different than the ones you're about to gripe
Yeah,
about.
no. Well, this is more preschool ornaments made in my son's preschool years.
Poorly made ornaments made by a very, very adolescent child who has no business showing their...
But talented.
Yeah,
But talented.
no, not talented. They have no business showing their art to the world because they...
You're supposed to say they're talented.
No, I never
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
What
well,
kind of dads are you?
Yeah, we're very honest dads.
No,
We're very honest dads.
Okay, now I
Like when
know
most
this is-
dads say you can be anything you want, this guy's never said that. He's never said
now,
that.
as they got older, like in kindergarten and like a little, their ornaments got better and suitable
Yeah.
for the tree. But the preschool ornaments
Are bad. They're
and
bad.
sometimes it's they started going to preschool and they're like 3 years old as soon as they're out of diapers. So we're talking just the bare basement
Yeah.
of ornament skills.
Like a hot glue mess.
yeah, it's just a crumbled piece of green paper.
Yeah.
And then my
I can't
wife.
even write my name on it. You know,
My wife keeps all these in a Tupperware, and then every year we
you know
bring
what's
it out.
worth more? The Tupperware. The Tupperware, you could actually keep some food fresh.
And then we scatter our tree with all like this construction paper
I've actually
glue
said to Andrea,
garbage.
it's one of my favorite jokes. Walk by your tree when your wife puts up all the sentimental ornaments and go, who threw trash on the tree? They love that. Wives love that.
And I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to Santa
Christmas.
and to Christmas.
Yeah.
Like it looks like I just pour a trash can on my tree.
Yeah, I like
because-
a good mall. I like the tree. I like
The
an elegant.
fancy.
Yeah.
I like
Wait,
that.
if you see ornaments,
Yes.
I see memories.
Okay.
Oh, this dude is straight slaying, dude. You see what I did there? He's
You were put in
slaying.
your place by
Sorry,
Santa.
sorry.
But Mrs. Claus, didn't you bring
I did.
stuff with you?
I did.
She's got a gun. I've always wanted to say that.
A candy cane gun.
It's a candy cane gun, and she shot me with
I
love.
actually brought some of the ornaments that we will be doing.
Oh.
I brought my bells and my balls.
Okay.
So,
I love
Alright.
that. Yay.
yes. So if you all would like it,
Hey now.
you know.
Santa's like, hey now.
I knew it. Stern fan.
somebody was gonna say that.
So yes,
Wasn't out of my chopper.
Yeah,
we can
I forgot.
decorate
Santa
ornaments
loves how we
later.
start.
Yes.
We can do some ornament decorating. You're
That's
gonna do
right.
some cookies type stuff. We're gonna be eating some snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I brought you cookies.
I
brought you
Yeah.
cookies.
History
Yeah.
Center
Did you know
cookies.
that Mrs. Claus, one of the things that, and I read this morning too, that Mrs. Claus, her superpower is her baking ability, and she is able to bake all the sweet treats that fuel Santa and his elves to, take on the night.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Now, I'll move
Another
on
gripe?
to my next gripe.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to
Now-
buffer between the gripes for you guys. I'm on your side.
And now, every year,
Yeah.
when we put out, of course, the milk and cookies for Santa, which I'm sure you enjoy. My wife told me we also
He's checking his Bovada.
So the key is getting multiple books, and I'll teach you that. And so you and since the kids were real little, she also said we have to put out some carrots for the reindeer.
That's right.
And so
you can put oats. I do oats.
Reindeer feed. Reindeer feed.
Yeah, I do. I typically do. I do an oats, and then I roll I like to wet my carrot and roll it in the oats.
Okay. Oh yeah. Do like an oat.
Well, I kind of I make my own, almost like a chew toy for the reindeer. We really do.
Yes.
we wet the carrot in peanut butter. We roll it in oats.
Okay.
You know, gives them a nice.
You put a little bit of sprinkle on there, a little magic dust.
I might put a little magic dust on there.
Yeah. Helps them fly.
There you go.
Absolutely.
So this wasn't a thing when I was growing up. So you never put out anything for the reindeer.
My dad hated vegetables. There were no vegetables in our house. That one.
And then now, so I feel like, do we have to feed the reindeer? Because, there's got to be some budget Mrs. Claus threw in there for
this was going to be my question.
I
mean, to kind of piggyback on his, when and where are we going to see the AI reindeer? Is that something that you guys have considered?
I'm talking to Elon.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you being a Tesla fan, there is a play
We've had him
here.
at dinner.
There's a play here.
I just assumed he was on the naughty list.
Well, he might be. He might be. Yeah, his distended belly is. I'll tell you that. My God, keep your shirt on, man. No, but I was thinking maybe
he got into the kitchen.
You guys could have the reindeer more like as pets, and then have like a spaceship.
That's kind of like it's a Tesla.
Yeah.
Sleigh. We don't really need the reindeer.
No, you don't. You just have them as pets, or maybe have them do something else in there.
Now, final holiday gripe, and this is it, I promise. So, speaking of the milk and
You're
cookies,
really bumming out Santa.
no. Well, this is a question directly for Santa about what he prefers.
Sure.
Because one year, this is a couple of years back, and maybe because of the stress of the holidays, and we weren't prepared enough, but it was milk and cookie time. And my boys were like, "All right, it's time to put out milk and cookies for Santa. He loves milk and cookies.
Yeah.
It's a tradition
What'd
that
you
we've
give
been
him
doing."
instead?
No, well, and then
Fritos and White Claw.
and then my wife freaks out, and she's like, "Well, we don't really have any cookies." So we started searching through the cupboards. And
it's better to just leave nothing than to give him something he hates.
Okay, no, so then
that's what I would say. That's what I would say, right?
So then,
you don't want to show up at your friend's house or I brought you some leftovers because I didn't have the forethought to stop for wine.
So then,
you know what I mean? Like that would be weird.
So then she's like, "Oh, I found some cookies," and she pulls out some airline Biscoffs.
No,
wrong with that?
And then I'm like, "Airline Biscoffs?
No,
Santa doesn't like airline Biscoff cookies."
Oh, I beg to differ.
You do?
God.
Okay, you do like the Biscoffs? Okay, I thought you liked the
They're
traditional.
wonderful.
I thought you were the traditional.
I don't discriminate.
Oh, you
to
don't eat any cookies.
My God, you just
I
like
got
jelly
some,
roll.
I got some beef jerky last year.
Okay, so what about this? Now, I just assume that Santa only likes full-fat vitamin D milk.
Hold on, I've been saying that. Now, I maybe have been preaching misinformation. I've been saying that is a fact. For years that Santa does not drink 2%, does not drink 1%, does not drink skim. He will only drink full-fat milk. Have I been lying?
What about some Biscoffs and almond milk? Because that's what we left out. And I screamed, "What is a travesty?"
Almond milk. I'll drink anything.
Okay.
You can't discriminate with the kiddos, right?
I know. Yeah. Well,
but be honest, you pour it in your boots.
Nog is good, you know.
Well, be honest, almond milk, you just pour it right in your boots. You're like, this is garbage. Like, you'll make it look like it, you ate it.
Well, Santa,
Mrs. Claus, thank you guys so much for being here.
Welcome.
Scotty, thanks for setting this up, dude.
Yeah, of
This
course.
is so awesome. I didn't know
those
you
connections,
I didn't know that you, this is beyond, I've been doing radio for a very long time. Never had the opportunity to hit them both. I've been doing this 30 years. Never hit them both.
Yeah.
I got another fun fact for you.
Please.
Do you know how much I pay for my sleigh?
How much?
I don't know.
Nothing. It's on the house.
Yeah.
Boom.
Crazy boots. This guy's the best, man. My God.
Yeah. And then also, and we want to get into the intricacies. I told my sons, I'm like, you know how hard it is for the elves to wire an iPhone.
Yeah, it's a less is more. It's a less is more. But tiny hands. They have tiny hands.
It's all about the traditional gifts here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mrs. Claus, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by. I can't wait. I'm going to tell my wife about this experience and book it.
Please
because,
do. Please do.
I think I want to do it with May because that would be super fun, man. Like, to get to do something a little better than just the old, hey, let's drive down there and sit in someone's lap. Like that's cool, but this is cooler.
How do the pictures work as far as like, are you like everybody can take pictures or is there like a line? How does that?
We will have an elf in the room with Santa and myself, and we ask that you bring your own photography, whatever you want to bring, your cameras, your phones, whatever. But it's up to you to take the pictures.
Okay, that's
you get
perfect.
what you want.
That is perfect.
That's made for Tom Van.
Yeah.
He's all about
you take what you want to take.
We're not selling pictures. You just take your pictures.
You're selling the experience.
Yeah.
Also, we're ending the evening with a reading of Night Before Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yes.
I love that.
That's
I
awesome.
forgot to tell you that.
Classic.
It was going to be weird when he says, we're into the evening with a reading of Project 2025. Everybody's like, what? It's going to be epic. I'm joking around.
I'm glad you're able to take your own pictures on your own cell phone. I don't have to stand there.
Y'all been busy. This is an awesome idea, y'all. This is great.
Yeah, we do. We're keeping it busy, particularly this time.
I've been getting all the email blasts from everybody about this. So again, guys, if you want this,
Very good.
sign up there. And where's the easiest place to find it? What is the / keyword? I guess
you go to thehistorycenter.org/historic holiday.
Boom.
And of course, we have lots of other events coming up as well. As we've got Ernest Saves Christmas. We have a screening of that on third Thursday.
Okay.
And as your listeners know, 5 to 9 on third Thursday, we're open late and we're free, and so
love it.
Ernest is free as well.
Yeah, well, Ernest
Wear your ugly
has.
sweater.
I mean, that movie was filmed in Orlando and has
Yes.
historical connections here.
It actually was one of the locations was our old the History Museum's old place over in
right on.
Lockhaven Park. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was one of the locations.
And Jim Varney used to babysit me.
Oh!
Yeah.
Now you're making
Go
things
over there,
up.
Mrs.
Come
Claus.
on.
But you see, I got her. She was like,
Jim was a very handsome man.
He was a very handsome
handsome
He was
man.
also a Shakespearean actor as
He
well.
was. Yeah, he's a classically trained actor. That is correct. He never babysat me. I was lying to impress Mrs.
You
Claus.
can't
Hey,
do
did you just lie?
Oh!
Can't do
Not
that.
a good time to do it.
Oh, no, I'm a bad boy now. I'm on the bad list.
Where's my list?
I'm literally actively lying in front of Santa Claus, which is like the worst thing you can do.
Did you just get on the bad list?
Probably been there.
No.
You have a couple days.
I'm
You
like
have a couple
I'm like
days.
Willie Nelson Video Vanguard Award or whatever. Yeah, like I've been there forever.
Yeah, you've been there for years. LL Cool J. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time.
Oh, jingle bells,
jingle all the way.
Hey! Oh,
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Of course, today is Black Friday. If you're listening to this on a podcast or radio.
Yeah.
And it does seem like it's less significant that it is actually the Friday after Thanksgiving.
It's only significant to those of us that know of it from yesteryears. You and I are in that wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Our kids do not know what a Black Friday nothing is.
No.
Cyber Monday, they don't even know what that is.
But it's also...
I knew as a kid because I remember my mom and my dad. I remember my mom getting up late. Like, early, rather. I remember my mom, like, going to bed early so she could get up at 3 a.m. to meet some of her sorority sisters at a mall. And, like, as soon as the doors open, they're running into Burdines.
But it also seems like Black Friday has become just a promotional word for around this time sales. Because I was searching Black Friday deals just to see what's out there or whatever. And they're already running on, like, Walmart Black Friday deals now.
Yes.
And we're recording this.
It's like Halloween
Tuesday.
Horror Nights. It's like open it in August.
Yeah. And it's kind of like we're just getting the jump on and a lot of it's online. Obviously, Amazon is like the Cyber Monday is not. Amazon is doing the deals now, and all through next week and stuff like that.
Sometimes they'll just do it on a whim. It'll be like May, and they'll be like, hey, it's Black Friday in May.
But from looking at Walmart, I was like, what? And then they were selling. It's never been a better time to be poor. If you want like technology.
Oh, okay.
You know
what you're saying. Yeah.
Like for the
not
cost.
Just overall being poor is fun.
No,
that's not what he's saying. He's saying
for
like,
the luxury of like, because I was looking at like Walmart Black Friday sales, and they have a TV, of course, a Hisense, a Roku 4K, 55-inch, 178. Then they have a laptop. I was looking at like a regular Windows laptop. HP, whatever. Like I'm guessing it's a standard, not that good, but it's a laptop and $129.
Yeah.
So you could have a laptop and a TV for $300, 55-inch TV and a laptop, $300.
Yeah.
That's $300 in 2024, which is, I mean, I went out to dinner the other day with some friends, and that I paid for the bill. That's what it cost.
Well, what have we been?
The cost of a 55-inch TV and a laptop was the cost of our dinner.
Do you remember when OLED TVs were unattainable by people that weren't like mega rich?
Yeah,
you can get one on Black Friday. You can get an LG 65.
Okay.
OLED. It's the smart. It's got literally every streaming service built into it, and you can get the whole thing for $900.
Yep. Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying if you wanted to splurge and go big dog, like I don't have an OLED TV. I have an old. I don't know what the hell you got. There's an old school regular standard.
Yeah. Well, I mean 4K or whatever. Yeah. But also the difference between 4K and that is so minute that it is technically it is a lot better, but for a person that just wants a big ass TV with clear picture. Like you can get, like I said, I bought a 65-inch TV at Walmart for under $300.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
$298, and it's like,
if you're not that picky,
ridiculous.
like that's kind of what Tom's saying. It's like if you're just a standard dad and all you want is a gigantic TV. I mean, what a time
4K,
to be alive!
Though.
What a time to be alive!
Yeah. It's not. It's clear.
Like you can eliminate all of the streaming services or the smart aspect of the TV. And in fact, you might start seeing that in some places where you can buy like really cheap TVs where it's just a TV. Like I don't want all the junk on it. You don't have to put Spotify. You don't have to put Disney Plus on it. Just give me a good TV.
Yeah, and
big as hell.
But also like I wonder how cheap, because at a certain point you start telling yourself like I'll just get a 100-inch display with nothing but the display, which I think that is a TV anyway, and they just
more
build
like
in
a monitor.
But and I'll just Aircast from my phone to it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you could have everything. We're going camping, and Crystal has this because I was trying to figure out like ways to watch the Dolphins game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then she has this old projector that she bought. Like it's, they have tons of better ones and stuff, but she just has it. It still works.
No, it doesn't need to be better. It just needs to work.
But you just plug, your phone into it, and it'll project whatever your phone has onto whatever. And there's like you need a white sheet, and then you could, be camping, and we were watching the Dolphins game.
I love that.
A 100-inch projection. It's just so easy now, and things are so cheap. It's ridiculous.
I think they need to change the name of it. It was originally named after like the origin story of Black Friday, and it's funny because I thought we had talked about this, but I don't think we have. The original title comes from 1869. The term Black Friday was first used in the context of the U.S. financial markets because on September 24th of 1869, two spectators, Jay Gould and James Fisk, attempted to corner the gold market, leading to a market crash. This event became known as Black Friday. So that's where the term came from, but it's really not even that old, 1950s and 60s. It just became a term for Philadelphia police officers when they were describing the amount of traffic that they had in their entertainment and commercial district during shopping hours. They called it a Black Friday.
And then I've also heard that, like business-wise, like the company's in the black, and
that's the newest
profit.
That's the newest incarnation of it. And that came along in like the 1970s. They kind of were like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
But also like I remember going through the the phase where businesses were opening earlier and earlier until they were just open on Thanksgiving all day,
which I do think affected their bottom line.
And then
because there's a sweet spot, right?
And then it stopped, and then now they're like, no more. We're closed on Thanksgiving. And, we're open the next day, but we're and so, but it's funny, we lived through that. We were like, it was always like close something, and then they started like, oh, we're opening up at midnight, and then it's like, okay, earlier that day, and then it went like the whole day, and then the pendulum swung back.
I have a very vivid memory of sitting with my dad when my mom, this is funny, because this is a vivid memory. I would have been like, think of me as like a Tommy's age.
Yeah.
And Tommy and you having this conversation. I remember sitting with my dad and talking about my mom was out shopping and how we were both kind of making jokes about how, and this is funny to think about now, how we didn't think, and we had the newspaper out, how we didn't think any of the deals were, quote, really deals.
Yeah.
I have a vivid memory of talking to my dad about how I'm like, I don't think that's, like, and my dad's like, they're saving a gnat's ass. Like he would be like, for what you're doing, the amount of work that you're doing, you're getting up at 3, you're doing all this stuff. He's like, you're saving nothing.
And I wonder and we've never even talked to a business, like a big enough business that can manufacture so much of
We need to talk to Matt
goods.
Mormon. I bet he's doing some Black Friday sales.
Well, he may be too small. Like, even though
he's
because,
we need like a mega business.
Because, like, think about, like, what's the incentive for, like let's say they're selling a Hisense TV. We'll just take this, or the HP laptop, right? It's $129. And so I wonder, like, and that's running through Walmart, right?
Yeah.
So does Walmart incentivize or take less money so that they can promote deals from who's losing? Who's doing it for the marketing? Because Walmart wants to promote, hey, we got these crazy deals, and they use it to draw people in, because when people are in their store, they will buy other stuff.
I would guess that HP takes the hit in order to be front page with Walmart.
And then
that's what I would guess.
Yeah.
But that's just from what I've learned from you. I'm not a business guy.
But it could be the opposite, because it could be
either way.
And I'm not sure which way, because Walmart is bigger than HP. So Walmart could be like, listen, you give us this bare bones and we'll promote it, and it'll be, and you're right. It's probably, okay, look, who's the bigger company? Walmart. So Walmart has the power. And so they'll tell HP.
It's very attractive for HP to be center stage. And when you go to the Walmart Black Friday website, guess what?
Yeah.
First thing you see is that HP laptop, unless they have like a dynamic lead that switches.
And
somebody's paying for that. Like, who wants to be that first spot?
You're right. Yeah.
And HP, but I don't think HP's paying. I think how HP does it is they say, look, we'll give you these real low.
Yeah, we'll give you these at $50.
Yeah.
And you sell them for $130. And you know what I'm saying?
I love talking about this kind of stuff because it is interesting to try to figure it out.
Which, how insane is that? And it may be even less than $50. It could be like $25. They're buying a laptop for.
Well, then you don't want to buy it.
Then
it almost makes you not want to buy it. That's another thing that happened to me when I started figuring out what companies were actually paying for what I was buying as a young man.
It's insane.
It made it like almost like where I don't want to be a consumer anymore. I'm like, well, no, I'm okay with not having that. Like, think about my Tesla. Like, if you loaded it out, like $35,000, let's say $40,000 car, loaded, fully loaded. But the amount of metal in that car. What am I driving around like 6,000? What am I driving around? Well, I don't know. How much is it real? I'm not saying what they say it's worth. What is it really worth? I'm probably driving around about $5,000 worth of parts.
Well, but then to put it together.
I know, but I'm just saying it's hard for me when you see Sony saying they're selling a Sony Vaio computer for $179, and what did it cost them to make? It was $19. It makes you not. I don't want to buy that now.
Then it becomes impossible to understand how you could make a computer for $19 or whatever. You're like, what?
Who's making it?
And it's like, well, how is that even possible? But but then you like how cheap technology is right now is insane.
Are you gonna get? This is the question that the listeners want to know. Are you gonna get your big one, hundo? You've been talking about this. Has been I could probably go back and source it using ChatGPT.
Yeah,
I think you've been talking about a 100-inch TV since before COVID.
The thing that's
you've been obsessed with the big hundo.
Here's what's stopping me is that I don't know what to do with my 75. Because I would say
we'll do what every other American does: shoot it with your gun.
no. But
most Americans, when they get a new TV, they shoot the old one with their guns.
No, well, they shoot a broken TV. But you can't shoot a working TV. 75.
Well, wait a minute, I don't have a 75. Give me your 75.
No. I want to put it in our bedroom, and then Chris is like,
watch
it's too
porno
big.
on it.
Well, she's like, it's too big for a bedroom, whichever it is.
Don't let her get a control of your house.
And don't
let her say that to you.
It would cover the light switches.
Yeah, I have one covering the light. No, you just move it over a little bit. I have a huge TV in my bedroom right now. I was watching the Magic on it last night.
But so, what size do you have in your bedroom?
I think I have the
60?
old. No. Come on, man. You've always dunked on me. You gadoosh me when it comes to TVs. I think I got a 42 in my bedroom.
Oh,
Don't make. I know.
That's small. What the hell?
Make fun of me.
I got
Andrea, it's a 42. She's in the chat room. It's a good one though.
I got a 55.
It's a sharp Aquos. It's a sharp Aquos that I've had forever. The picture on that thing. The blacks are so black.
$150. 40s.
I think it's a 42. She won't let me put anything bigger in there.
Well, that's what
I don't have my house in order. Yeah, it is a 42. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have my house in order. What do I have now? Because you're a little bigger than me. What do you have now? 75.
75.
And I got a 72. I got a 72. I'm going to put the 72 in the bedroom, and we're both going to take control of our homes, and we're both going to get ourselves big hundos. We're going to do it. We're going to treat ourselves.
Yeah.
I'll buy one for you. You buy one for me.
For Christmas.
No one can say nothing about it. We do it through the company, so it doesn't cost a dime. It's not even going to be that expensive because TVs are... Two big hundos.
I tell my wife that.
The chat room's cheering for it. They're like, yeah, do it. But we're pussies.
I tell my wife, I'm like, oh, yeah. Me and Daniel are buying this with the company money. And she's like, that's your money, you fool.
Andrea says that too. Andrea says, Bernie says it's all the same. And I'm like, well, stop listening to him. He's just our accountant.
Just because it's in the company bank account, it's your money. You're the GD owners. Anyway.
They're roasting me in the chat room. I didn't realize that having a 42 in your bedroom was such a...
Yeah, that's small time. I mean, 40.
I know.
You know...
We haven't... Well, I don't even think we've even mentioned a 42-inch TV on this program in 10 years. You want to hear something weird? Today's the 12-year anniversary of me quitting radio.
No, really?
Yeah.
12 years, that's a long time.
That's insane, right?
Yeah. I mean, soon it'll be where you've been doing this long. I know I have. Like, I have officially been a podcaster longer than a radio broadcaster.
That's
Even
cool.
though this is still broadcast on the radio. But
yeah.
of the longest running employment I've ever had is self-employment.
Wow.
Which is this job. Because I only did like 10 years in radio, and this is my 11th year in this. So
crazy, dude.
Yeah. It just, time goes by. And then, I'm looking at 2025, and I'm like, I'm already thinking about the 20-year anniversary of our podcast.
That's why we get to buy these hundos before we run out of time.
I know.
You're making a great case right now.
So, what's funny is that our studio monitor that we got from Sony.
See, now we went for quality. We didn't go for size.
Well, TV,
we didn't go for size on that.
But at the time, it was the best Sony TV they had. It was expensive.
Yes.
But this was 8 years ago. So how big is that TV?
Dude, it may have been more
35
than
inch?
It's
40 inch?
I think it's
a 40. That's a 40.
I think it's a 38.
So 38 or 40 inch TV, and we were going to get it because now they're, I just said 55, $170.
Yeah.
But that TV, we could not even find someone to give it to. Do you realize that?
No,
that's crazy. Like if I ask around, who wants I'm saying, like, if I put it on Facebook, someone will take it, obviously. But I'm saying
there's, a lot of unsavory hombres on there.
Friends and family, if I'm like, hey, you want a 38-inch TV? They'd probably be like, nah, I got nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
Because TVs are so cheap. Like, like everybody has, like, in the chat room, everybody's laughing about your 42. Everybody's got a 50-inch TV in their bedroom. Like, TVs are insanely cheap.
I can get a 100-inch TV, $600.
That's a ridiculous. So we can get
100-inch TV.
We can get 2 hundos for $1,200
for less than $2,000.
Yeah. $1,200. And what brand is that? Here's the problem.
It doesn't say. It's an unlisted brand.
It's going to be just our standard Roku TV or whatever. I
want this so bad.
Now the problem is, I thought about this.
They got 120s. Let's go bigger now.
No.
Invest in the future.
So I thought about buying you a 100-inch TV for your birthday, since you got me the one wheel.
I actually like the pillows better, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but
I love those pillows you got me. They're awesome.
Back in June, a 100-inch TV was $1,000 or whatever, or like $1,200.
Yeah.
But that was the cheapest Costco one. And I was worried that if I got you a 100-inch cheapo,
that I'd be like, this isn't good.
Well, yeah. Then you'd be like,
I am very picky.
If I wanted,
that's a good. You made the right choice.
Like, if you're gonna give me 100, I want the one with the best quality.
No, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
Andrew, but no. So what you did is you max out the quality of the pillows. You went to the very brink.
Yes, because I
so you did. No, you chose
you appreciate
right.
quality.
I do. I really do.
Yeah. You don't want some cheap, big one.
Now there is a bit of a problem in the house because I don't know if she's still in there. So you gave me 2 pillows, and I guess I'm assuming that it was one for me and one for Andrea.
No, it was 2 for you.
Okay,
it's your birthday.
Because it's my pillow and Dansby. Yeah. I gave Dansby the other one. So now, and I'm not kidding you, I will send you a photo of this. These are very expensive luxury pillows.
I think they're $150
a piece.
Yeah.
And I got one for my head, and then behind me is another one, and Dansby sleeps in the center of it, and it is his effing pillow. That dog sleeps on a $200 pillow. He's a king. He is a king. Oh yeah, she's in there. Yeah, Dansby has claimed the other pillow, and it's his. Like his pillow, we parked it. It's his pillow.
That's right. I mean, look where we're at. If you told someone during the Great Depression that we'd be living in a world where some pee-pee dog is sleeping on a $200 pillow.
He loves it. It's orthopedic.
It's comfortable.
Oh, it's a beautiful pillow. You want to do a couple voicemails?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Let's jump in here. We neglect your emails and your voicemails. We're sorry about that. If you'd like to leave them for us, though, they are fun to do. Yes, sir?
Oh, last thing.
Yeah.
On Black Friday, and then we'll do a voicemail. Is the rushing into the store at open, that seems like a thing of the past, and we've talked about this.
That's a liability now.
It was a liability in the past, but the companies would do it, I think, as a promotion or something. And it was more like when stores, you would get there when it opened for the deals and then have everything on a...
I do think people still line up because, like, you'll see people down at this Best Buy. They'll line up, like, if they're releasing a gaming system.
And they maybe only have 500.
Yeah, or you didn't have luck online. Well, you can luck out and just by, like, going places that people don't... Like, sometimes in store... Like, I hate to say it, but sometimes you can luck out because people are so, like, conditioned to go Amazon or delivery or internet.
You can get a deal, yeah.
Yeah, you'll walk in and it'll be sitting there and you'll be like, I remember I did that with the original Xbox Series X. I went down to this Best Buy on opening day and I was like, did you guys get any of those? And they're like, yeah, oddly enough, a bunch of people reserved them and didn't pick them up. You want one? I'm like, there you go. And it was remember that? And I was just like, well, that's kind of dumb. I sent a bunch of other BDMs down there. Other BDMs got them because people will, like, their eyes are bigger than their stomach. You know, they will.
Reserve it and then,
Yeah, you can luck out sometimes.
I do like that. When you're like reserved, and then you have $2 in your bank account is -30, and then you're like,
just reserve the Cybertruck.
In 2 weeks, I'll turn my life around.
I've got time. We'll do a couple of on-brand voicemails. Here's one from the historian.
Hey, good morning, Tom and Dan. I was wondering if you guys would ever be interested in doing a BDM gift exchange where, like, you know, maybe we email subject line BDM gift exchange. We email in saying we want to participate with our address, our name and address, and then you guys could, like, just, you know, let's say 20 people email you, you distribute it randomly back out, and we mail each other gifts and stuff. And then I figured if an uneven number of people, like let's say 19 people emailed you guys, and one of you would, you know, you would together, one of you would fill in to make it even.
Every time the historian calls in now, it's got some work for us to do.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Hey, historian!
Yeah, why don't you dial it back a second? God damn, brother.
Hey,
I'm tired as F.
And also, have you heard the history of the show? We're tired of doing work.
I was just talking to Andrea last night.
The hell are you talking about?
How tired I am. I am so tired. You and I have worked. We worked all of last week, the entire weekend into this week. We haven't stopped working. Have you stopped?
No, I haven't stopped.
No one has stopped. Tom worked Tom worked all of last week, not even remembering he was doing the show. That's how into the beer fest he was.
Yeah.
And now you want us to do a white elephant online?
All day today, all day tomorrow, and my only day off, I'm going at 5 in the morning, picking up an RV, stuffing it full of garbage, driving to a campsite.
And then he gets on a motorcycle and he'll ride his hands raw, right? You'll be sore dead.
You understand how much work camping is? It's miserable. Anyway,
great idea.
If you want to put together a BDM gift exchange,
we'll
promote it.
We've done it before.
We'll be involved in it.
Yeah.
But organizing it is the problem, historian. If you want to organize it or anybody else, we'll promote it. The side chicks do this. And I know they already started their gifts exchange in the Side Chicks group, and that's a smaller group. It's harder
to be a fly on the wall with those old biddies when they complain about the gifts. If you were able to really get the honesty out of them, you won't. But if you're able, like when they got the gift and they're like, she got me this sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, just to hear the real stuff.
I'm surprised that group hasn't turned on each other.
I thought they were going to implode years ago. Stronger than ever. Stronger than our group. Stronger than our group.
Yeah.
God bless them.
But it'll turn. And they'll start fighting each other.
I hope so, but apparently they got it all together. Smarter.
Oh, then we got to go.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Enjoy your holiday weekend.
Yeah, man.
And get those Black Friday deals, and we'll see you on Monday.